The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Ready, set. Look at me. Go, go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10, Taylor now. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, they'll throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, walk it.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And quickly finding Reagor. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Hey, damn off.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
That's another Vikings first down.
Come on, set.
First down and goal to go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Vikings, nothing.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Again, it's Cook. Uses the stiff arm. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Reagor from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are back within a score. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Vikings 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Stand 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Look at me. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I'm ready.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Hard. Hey, stand on.
Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Joseph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The Vikings had a woeful 2-9 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
Ready, set.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Indianapolis.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here we go, here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, stand up. Yep.
Here's Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Ready, brick.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, exit.
Lawrence will throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Come on.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
19 Tiger.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Go out.
On second down, Vernon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now Cook running right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Caught on the slant. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Ready.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the handoff, Taylor. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Hines. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 18.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Leo. Score. Start.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. On the counter, it's Taylor. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And some room to run now. 234 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Room here to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead is now 24.
42, Vikings 18. Greg Zuerlein.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Leo! Go!
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's brought down. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Ready? Hey,
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence locates Kamara on the out route. And he is going to lose yardage here. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because